I am live on YouTube. Welcome to Consultation Wednesday, where your boy Jonah Bay gets on here and answer any questions on any of the processes that y'all are learning, give y'all clarity, tell y'all what works and what doesn't work, what gives you remedy and what doesn't give you remedy. You know what I mean? Um, let's see. I got set up live on the gram too, so bear with me. Um, we got a 1 second. Hey, y'all in my background. We got an upcoming webinar in 2 weeks. It's May 30th, Sunday, 2021 at 3 p.m. It's gonna be Save the Nation webinar. I'm presenting David Jose again, and we're gonna go over information that's gonna show you how to control this government, to get what y'all want and what y'all need from your representatives on the state level, the republic level. Yeah, we're about controlling your government of the republic. For more information, go to jonahbay.com to buy tickets, to get the information. Prices is $200, cheap as fuck. So be there, be square. People probably wondering what I'm eating. I'm eating seaweed. Seaweed. Toasted seaweed with some wasabi sauce. Hot as fuck. It's good though. It's good. It's good. So don't be tripping. You see shit on my teeth. It look like it's a hole in my tooth. It ain't no hole. It's seaweed. Facts. Now let me do this gram. The gram. There's a lot of stuff to go live on for me. You know what I mean? Well, I'm on live with the gram. Now, I hope y'all caught Monday's show. We went into a few things. I actually went into Black Law's Fifth Dictionary, where it actually gave you the definition of what is common law. See, believe it or not, what I'm teaching y'all now is common law. Common law, the written common law, is what y'all call the Bill of Rights or the Declaration of Rights. It's in the front of y'all's constitutions. Common law is law that is made by the people and from ancient antiquity. Ancient antiquity. That means old as fuck. Comes out the Bible, the Quran. Most of the common law, believe it or not, really came from the law of Hammurabi. Hammurabi is actually older than Nebuchadnezzar, right? It is way back, way back when he took the laws that was written. He wasn't the first one. He wasn't the one who wrote the laws. He was the one that repiled it after a cataclysm. He repiled the laws and gave it to all the people to live by. Right? Now, with that being said, it is 100% not legislative law. The legislator cannot create common law. It is 100% not what y'all call judge-made law. That's what Yusufs like to say. Oh, common law is judge-made law. That's a damn lie. But if y'all ain't studying enough, y'all won't know. The one thing about Black Law's dictionaries, none of them say the same shit. They put things in, they take things out. So it's best for y'all to have all of them. I have all of them. I have digital copies of every Black Lord's dictionary. So I look in all of them. I look in all of them. Now, Dave had mentioned on the webinar the definition of the common law from Black Law's Fifth. And of course, I don't listen to no one. I don't trust no one. I don't listen to no one. They say something, I go and check it out. I go and make sure it says what they said it was going to say. Sure enough, being the type of guy Dave is, he ain't going to lie to you. It said exactly what he said. But so far, that's the only Black laws I found it in. I found it in Bouvier's as well. But very important, because I don't know if y'all realize it, if the common law isn't legislative law, that means all the laws that they're using against you is not common law today. None of them are common law. What that means is the laws aren't supposed to be used here in America. America is a republic. Republic is ran by common law. It is a form of government that is controlled by the people. The thing is, y'all don't want to be the people. Y'all want to be persons. It's important for you to know the difference between being a person and one of the people. A person is subject to the 14th Amendment. A person is someone that was created by the 14th Amendment in the government. It is an enlegus. You look up the word enlegus, it means a juristic person, something that was created by law, right? The people was created by God. Natural. The people are what you call the settler of the trust indenture that y'all call the constitutions. They are the grantors of the constitutions and the beneficiaries. That's the people. You got to get used to calling yourself the people. Every court case that you have, you should be putting yourself in proper jurisdiction. Sui juris. Sui juris, you're supposed to say, Jonah John Bay, one of the people who granted the Constitution your trust indenture as a trustee. I tell them who they are. I tell them who I am. That is proper status. That is going into being in your proper status. What y'all do is, y'all go in and say, I'm a Moor. And your Lord don't apply to me. That's the type of shit y'all say. That's not proper. If anything, Jonah John Bay, a Moor, that is one of the people who granted your trust indenture, the Constitution, which you're a trustee of. See the lingo I'm using? That's law. That status is 100% proper. Y'all got to learn these principles. Yeah, water too. Seaweed and water. I feel like a damn fish. Well, my name is Jonah. I'm supposed to fuck with the fish. But I ain't forgotten. It's Consultation Wednesday, so let me open up the trust line. Yeah, D, you're right. You can do, if you're going in as a trust, Jonah John Bay Express Trust, one of the people who granted your indenture called the Constitution. It's very simple. Now, got someone in the chat. Jonah Bay, when I set up your 98 number, why you gotta be setting up my 98 number? I don't have a 98 number. I mean, I have 98 numbers. I don't need a new 98 number. When you set up the 98 number, it's important to have the express trust at the end of the name. Example, Sharon Shell Sale Express Trust doing business 7 Shell. Man, why are you trying to fuck with me? You writing that Sally sold seashells down by the seashore. You trying to make me sound stupid, man. Writing that shit, the tongue twister. Man, you crazy for that. You crazy for that. You hear me? I don't have a problem with S's, though. I'm from New York. I don't have a problem with S's. I have the problem with the chipmunk thing. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't have a problem with that one either. I think it is Sally sold seashells down by the seashore. Anyway, damn, you didn't wrote that shit. But you can put express trust on it or you don't have to. It's up to you. I prefer to put express trust. But you know, if you're newbie, but if I taught you years ago, you don't have the word express trust. But it is an express trust by the simple fact that you're expressing the trust inside your trust indenture. Okay? Express means you write down everything that it says and functions as. That's the expression. Okay? So I hope we're clear. Who you got a problem with, man? Why you gonna come bring problems today? Do we have a problem, sir? Kenneth Fisherman. I ain't never seen you before, bro. I mean, you look funny and shit. You look like those people from South Park. But you cool with me. Yo, so someone hit me up at like 8:47 in the morning. They damn near got cussed out. Jonah Bay does not get up at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, bro. I be up all night studying. I'm just going to sleep. Please don't hit me up, text me and stuff that early in the morning. Start texting, emailing, all that stuff. Try doing it after 10:30, 11, okay? I haven't worked in corporate America in about 20 years, man. I don't get up early. If I'm up early, I haven't went to sleep. I haven't. Normally, if I'm up early, I didn't went to sleep right after the show. We talking about 9:30, and I normally wake up around 3. So I'll be up at 8, 9, 10, 11, but I ain't went to sleep yet. So then if I go to sleep, we talking about I'm going to sleep around 11. I'm not waking up until 6, 5. You know what I mean? So please work with my schedule. Work with my schedule. Oh, you are a fellow blog talk host. Well, welcome, brother. Welcome. Hopefully, we'll be good listening for you. We don't offend you or anything. I don't mean to offend anyone. I try to, help our people. Um, so we're gonna open up the call lines and get some questions in because this is consultation Wednesday. I ain't forgot. Because I could run my mouth. I could keep on going. Just talking about the trust indenture, talking about the Constitution and all that, and the things that we're gonna cover in this webinar in 2 weeks. For more information on the webinar, go to jonahbay.com. jonahbay.com. So, first caller is 202-251. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the guys, John. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing wonderful, magnificent, and great. Like Tony the Tiger.
Love to hear it.
What up?
Yeah, I am wonderful, magnificent, great, happy, and grateful that large sums of money coming to us quickly, easily, and in abundance, multiple sources and increasing quantities, bro.
Shay, I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks all the family that's on here. Man, I was traveling this weekend. I was thinking about that call because I knew that thing that conference y'all did was gonna be good.
Right. It was crazy.
I can only imagine from what y'all said. Now I'm gonna tell you also.
Well, we have.
I guess for the new
we have the DVD of it with the template for sale. It's up on the site now, jonahbay.com. So all y'all who missed it, want to go back and see it, y'all can purchase it.
Absolutely. I was going to touch on for the newbie. To ask you the question about the title. In the law, it says be unambiguous.
Right.
Be unambiguous. So.
And that's what's wrong with their statute, codes, rules, and regulations. All of them are ambiguous. The law it's a what is it? The maximum law that says it must be unambiguous. That's what your constitutions, your state's constitutions are, your republic constitution.
Now, I wanted to ask you that. Now, I know Maryland said wanted the inhabitants. That's the inhabitants is the same.
If you're using
as the people.
Yes. If you're using that constitution and it says inhabitant, that's the word that you're going to use as the people who granted the trust indenture. But does every constitution of Maryland say that, or just that
one? The three I've looked at says that, but
then your term is inhabitant. Your term, and it normally tells you in the very beginning. I'm gonna give you an example. Hold on, let me pull up GA's constitution, Georgia's constitution. And you know me, I like the one from 1877, but for what I'm doing right now, it doesn't matter. Preamble. Not the preamble. Bill of Rights. Oh, see now, this one does make a difference. I think I am gonna have to pull up an older one because it's not saying it. See, that's why I don't need to switch up. Go with these old ones because they're more tricky. And these new ones on what they're saying, they hid a lot of information. So I'm going to go to the one of 1877, my favorite. It's my favorite. No secret that that's my favorite one. Come on. Pull it up. Moving slow as could be. Hold on. Let me go to a different one. Keeps on pulling up.
Can I make a comment about the
Go ahead.
common law?
Go ahead.
Because I looked at something in the sixth. While you looking that up?
Go ahead.
It says in the sixth edition of Black's Law, it says that the common law is understood as contrasted with and opposed to statutory.
Yeah.
It says that.
Opposed to. You hear me? Opposed to. Which means it goes against statutory. Y'all, they're not supposed to be using statutory on y'all. But y'all haven't demanded it. And this is what we're teaching you in these webinars is how to do these affidavits showing them that it's against the law. First, you got to teach them the law before you can use the law against them.
Against them?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so here it says, to perpetuate the principles of a free government ensure justice to all, preserve the peace, promote the interests of happiness of the citizens and of the family, transmit prosperity, enjoyment of life and liberty. We, the people of Georgia. See, so here, our term is the people of Georgia. You
The
understand?
people of Georgia.
The
Okay.
people of
Gotcha.
Georgia is the grantors of the trust indenture called the Georgia Constitution. See, so you're going to go into your preamble or even your first article of the Bill of Rights or Declaration of Rights. You see what I'm saying? That's how that's done. This is true law I'm teaching.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you know that it is against statutory, then why wouldn't you write an affidavit saying your court is fake, it's administrative, it's a court-like procedure. I don't agree to being a court-like procedure. Number two, and y'all use statutory laws, which is against the common law, and a republic only uses common law.
Okay. I don't know how you would phrase this. And then it also says that the judgments and decrees that come from a court recognize, affirm, and enforce such uses of the custom which they're talking about, the common law.
Right.
Do
you hear what you're saying?
Judges are saying?
Do you hear what it's saying? That means you cut and paste exactly what was said and put it in your paperwork.
I need to get some digital copies of this joke.
Yeah, I got digital copies. But the digital copies are PDFs. They're not letting you cut and paste. You got to write it out. I normally write it out by hand, and then I type it.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm showing y'all how to use the actual books for what they're meant to be used for. You know, when you're in Black Law's Dictionary, Bouvier's, all of that, they also give you case law. You don't have to use it because case law is legislative law, man-made law, judge law. But if you wanted to, you could. But I use the exact words of the book. That's right.
Right. Okay. And that part also says that any of those cases that they're citing, the judge are just affirming the common law.
They're only affirming the common law and the Constitution. Exactly. Go see what it is they move on the 3. You got to keep them on the 1. The 1 is the common law, the Bill of Rights. That's the common law.
Okay.
That's number 1. Don't move no further in there. See, if you let them move it any further, they will trick you. They will have you in their administrative courts. I had a consultation today, and he brought up the fact that he wanted a dismissal because of they lacked jurisdiction. Right now, people, for the average person, it sounds like it's the normal Moorish argument. No. They lack jurisdiction for lack of a warrant and affidavit in support of a warrant. You understand? That's the reason why they lack subject matter jurisdiction. They don't have a complaint for someone who's been injured. And that's what's going on when you talk about them doing a traffic stop. Or any of these victimless crimes, they lack jurisdiction for a lack of a person that was harmed. So they lack subject matter jurisdiction and personal jurisdiction. So that's why it should be dismissed. The Constitution, aka the common law, tells you they must have a warrant describing you and the places to be seized or searched. And they must also have an accompanying affidavit with it of someone who said you harmed them, and that's why they looking for you.
Makes sense.
Right, don't it? Well, the common law has to make sense, right? But their rules and regulations don't make no damn sense.
Right. Now, I got one more thing. Can we talk about the stabs on here? I don't want to call it, but because over this past week I actually talked with a brother that does clinical trials, and so the papers that he directed me to, none of the companies that are producing, none of these people that are producing this stuff, all of it is experimental. All of it.
Absolutely.
And
none of it.
And they're using.
A lot of y'all are talking about so many different ways of not taking this shot, right? Don't y'all know y'all could just use the simplest shit? I'm not taking it because it's not FDA approved.
Right. Now, what I guess the other point I was going to make was because none of them that are approved, they are getting you to waive your right because they have to, by law, they have to give you this information form before you go in there. So this is just for anybody that's thinking about it.
They try to get you to sign on the
dotted line. They have to give you an information sheet. Yeah, they have to give you an information sheet, and every last one of them says what I just said. Every last one of them. So none of it is FDA approved. So everybody's being experimented on, and so you have to waive your right to take it. And then the other thing I found while I was researching was Judge Scalia he wrote the opinion for the Supreme Court on a vaccine case where somebody got harmed. And the thing that stuck out to me, he said there's nothing he could do, and the company was not at fault because you had a choice of other options. And they have to give you that information up front that it's experimental or whatever it is before you take it.
Right. Well, they're offering people all type. They're offering people money to take it. They're offering all types of benefits from taking it. So y'all know they ain't never did this shit before. If they gotta bribe you to take a shot, you know you don't need to take it.
Bro, they was offering $100. They were offering folks weed. The newest thing they did here in DC was they opened up, since the soccer season is getting ready to start, they opened up the stadium to let fans come in and actually play with the players. And they got all these booths set up for people to take these shots. Yeah. And then the newest thing that people are going to hear is something called monoclonal antibodies. So that's just another thing in that vein. But they got denied because that stuff was messing people up.
All of that shit is messing you up. Listen, man, anything that ain't natural to your body, you ain't supposed to put in there.
Correct. All of it's foreign.
Right.
All of it's foreign.
All right, wonderful for the information.
All right, brother. I'll let you get to somebody else. I appreciate your time, man.
All right, peace, God. I'm gonna answer a couple of questions that was in the chat. Is there a list of next steps available when someone has just received their authenticated birth certificate and is in the process of correcting their credit reports? It's plenty of things to do. Now, I don't have a list. I ain't never made a list. What you do is ask your question just like you did now, and I answer it. The next thing that you want to work on since you got your BC done, I would tell you, do your injunction. Do your injunction. Protect yourself before you start shaking and moving in their commerce so that they can't lock you up. Get yourself put on the do not detain list. The next thing you want to do is get your 9-8 EIN. You want to get an estate EIN, and you want to get a separate trust EIN. Then After that, you want to set up all your declarations of trust for all those entities. You want to do your DBAs for those entities. Like mine is Jonah John Bay Express Trust, doing business as Jonah John Scott, right? Want to get those DBAs in. Then you want to start working on your non-UCCs, where you're giving everything over to the trust. Then uh, you start messing with some of the stuff that we're messing with today, as in commerce and stuff like that. But also at the same time, you also want to get Dun and Brad numbers for each EIN that you get, so you can get credit put on those EINs. The only one you're not going to do that for is the 98 number. The 98 number does not go into commerce. So there's your answer. And I know I said a lot, but when you need a breakdown, just keep on asking your questions. I'll break each part down for you. But for the most part, sweetheart, you need to go into the archives at soundcloud.com. Soundcloud.com. And when you go into the archives, what's going to happen is you're going to learn about all that stuff periodically. All right. It says Pennsylvania legislature codified the elimination of the common law of marriage and made a date, January 1st, 2005. A judicial decision followed by legislative action. Can we still hold them accountable in that situation? First of all, anything that goes against the Constitution is void ab initio, void on its face. You understand? All you got to do is know the common law, know that your Declaration of Rights or your Bill of Rights, and point it in their face and demand that they do something about it, at least for your situation. It's the same thing I told them to do in the injunction, to put you on the do not detain list. I can see I got to keep on doing webinars. I'm going to have to show y'all how to operate with the Bill of Rights to get what you want. They don't have a choice. You are the boss. Okay? Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. He said he was a big fan of my show. I bought 2 vaccination shots from a guy down in the park. I was very drowsy for days, but it's great to have them done. The fuck were you taking? Heroin? What shots do you get down at the park, bro? The 98 estate number, first of all, there is no 98 estate number. It's a 98 number or there's an estate number. Those are 2 different numbers. Goes on the passport application, yes. No, I put all zeros, but sometimes you can put your estate EIN. But even if you put your estate EIN, you got that by giving up your social. So they'll have your social anyway. All right. Let me go to the next caller. I'm going to 303-669. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace, God. How you doing tonight, Lord?
I'm doing wonderful, magnificent, great. How you doing?
Doing fair. I ain't talked to you in a little minute, man.
Why you been gone so long, man? Fuck you, bro.
Why you wilding on me, man? Hey, just because I said I wasn't calling in, I've always been listening.
Right.
You know.
So you spying on me? You telling on yourself, B? You a spy, B? He like the movie Paid in Full. Yo, I don't like that nigga. I gotta drop a dime. Eating a banana.
Hey, you know, hey, that he looking too bespoke out here.
Yeah, I love that movie.
The dime on this nigga.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Put the dime on the nigga. I don't like shit. Nah, more looking clean every time I see you, man. Shit.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
I've been around.
I'm working on it.
I've been around years.
I'm working on. Did you see the progression? Damn. I started off in my little Kenta shit, right?
Yeah.
First it was hood, then it was my what them shits called, your Kenta cloth shirts. Then I just progressed. Noble Drew Ali said, "Moors look your best." So that's what I'm representing. I just bought some really nice like garbs that's shit supposed to be used for marriage or some shit, man. I meant to put one on tonight, but I forgot.
Man.
Oh yeah, they said, "Yo, we got it wrong. It wasn't paid in full. The movie's Belly." They're right. It was Belly.
Now, hey, bespoke though, like, cause I'm a work guy, so words is my shit. So you was the first person I heard you bespoke, and when I heard the word bespoke, I was like, damn, that shit sounds so mean. Like, yeah, got the custom joint on. It's like, damn, that's mean.
Yeah, like, so, I mean, we want to work towards that. Back when Noble Drew Ali was alive, we talking about even people that was churchgoers, everyone looked their best, dressed their best. They were always in suits or very presentable, looked like grown people, and they looked like very trustworthy people. Even the crooks looked trustworthy, right?
Yeah.
We got to get back to that.
Yeah. Hey.
We got to get back to that.
Like, it's funny you say that. My mentor was Malcolm X, and he said that in the beginning they would dress like bankers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they didn't dress like, like when they got their shit together anyway, they dressed like bankers.
Mm-hmm.
Because you wanted to be respectable, even if you was doing criminal shit.
Right.
Like, you wanted to be like, all right, I'm out there still looking crispy, And you kind of said that yourself. You was like, okay, something like a uniform you go out in. So
yeah, it's a uniform.
A firefighter, they see a firefighter hat,
It's a uniform.
Police officer, I expect.
You want everyone to see you in the uniform of a businessman, and it makes your life so much easier because you can look like you're always ready to do business. You don't look like a rapper.
Yeah. Yeah. Live. So I'm loving getting on here, and you inspire me a lot, dog. Because
thank you.
You keep upgrading. You upgrade. Like, you was talking for a minute, and then you pop up. Now you YouTube, like Instagram, you upgrade.
Thank you.
That's learning. Like, okay, you can't never get comfortable. You got to keep upgrading, and it goes back to what you said. You said, one of the tightest bars I've ever heard in my life. You said, I reserve the right to change my mind when newer and better information comes along.
Absolutely.
So when I heard you say that, it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to upgrade, almost like Neo in the Matrix.
Right.
It's like, okay, shit, if you upgrade, I get better. It's like, shit,
exactly.
I ain't gonna just stay here.
We ain't supposed to learn new information and stay the same. You're stagnant. You're dead if you do that. You're supposed to constantly grow. They say if you're not growing, then you're dying.
Yes, sir.
I ain't trying to die, B.
So, I seen you do that in real life. So,
yo, if everyone watches my progression over the years, they could see me changing as I get older and falling, into being a middle-aged man. I mean, right now, when people see me, they remember me, number one, and they respect me. And I have to do that because I look kind of young. But like we go to this restaurant around our way, very nice restaurant, very bougie restaurant. And we walk in, they always say, good to meet you. Good to see you again. They know it's me. They know exactly what I look like. But every time I'm in there, I'm in a suit. And, I wear summer suits. Summer suits are more, the colors are more lively. Or I wear suits with different types of... Yeah. And I wear suits with flowers on it and stuff like that. So it's very businesslike, but it's not businesslike because of the pattern that's on the suit. So they know this is how I dress. I'm dressed down. I'm not dressed for the office. But they see me dressed as the office too. You see what I'm saying? And I mean, we talking about Asian, white, Indian, they all just mad respect. And I wasn't getting that when I had on, my t-shirts and my gold.
Right. You was in a different environment.
You see what I'm saying? So if you want businessmen to respect you, you're gonna have to look like them and be one of their peers.
Yep. Man, because you murdered me the other day. And because I ain't gonna chew up the clock, but you did the other day because I was gonna call you and be like, "Yo, can I just get with your CPA?" And you just answered the question live on the show. You was like, "Yo, I paid 20 bands for the CPA."
Right.
I was sitting there like, homie, but I was like, shit. But I know you saying you
may need a regular accountant from school if you ain't got the type of money that, like, how's your trust gonna get back money for expenses if your trust didn't spend no money? If it didn't,
right.
It doesn't have everything in its name. It doesn't own the car, right? It doesn't pay the taxes. It doesn't pay the bills of the car. How's it gonna get those expenses back? That's why it's so important. But like I said, that everything must be in the trust name. Noble Drew Ali said, get a new name and start doing business in the new name. That means everything comes out of the straw man's name. You stop using it.
Okay, so now you done ushered me into my question. And here's look, and this is a little bit of information for the newbies listening. Like when I went and got my LLC, right?
Yes.
I started the business, got an LLC, went down to the Secretary of State, got it done. They already had it done and registered and called it a trademark. I was shocked. I was like, what? I thought I had to go register. They was like, dude, as soon as you really go put the business in that name, like they already ready to do commerce.
Right.
But they just want to see the story not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, okay, wow.
So too many people are mixing public and private. And what I mean by that is simply, you are supposed to be private using your trust, your private express trust, right? But what you're doing is you're using half straw man and just a little bit of trust shit. Everything is supposed to be 100% trust.
That's why I got to give you the props, because you said in the beginning, you said like it's how you interact with the public.
Exactly.
Like a lot of us don't care. It's how do you you're gonna have to interact with the public, though. There's no way around, right?
It's just like,
so it was like
I'm trying to tell everyone to get the EIN off or online for the trust, even in the same name as the trust, so that you can give it to your job with a W-9 and become a contract worker. The job itself pays the trust. This is how you're going to get your expenses paid for. The money comes in the name of the trust. That money belongs to the trust. So then all the bills belong to the trust. Everything you're doing belongs to the trust. Right? Yep. Even when you're spending cash, the trust gave you money, petty cash, to go handle some things. And you got your CPA got shit like that to write off as well.
Petty cash is account term.
Right.
Petty cash is account term. And that's how I know you know your science, man. Petty cash is
I'm learning term. I'm learning it. And what I do know, I know because I do it. You know what I mean?
Dude,
when you're doing it, you're damn near a professional.
Oh my God. Sorry, LG, go ahead.
I said, when you're doing it, you're damn near a professional. I'm not a professional because they say to be a professional, you got to get paid for it. But soon I will. Soon I will.
You got the angles mastered though. Like the way you told us to go get an accountant, that's an angle. Like you got it mastered. Like, okay, I'm not telling you to go try to think everything through. Get an accountant, teach them, put them on. Like you gave the straight game. Like, okay, I'm not telling you just to go try to be an accountant.
Right.
Find one, show them the game, and then come back. And then once they see what you doing, what they doing together, it'll blend. And I was like, wow, that shit like blew my wire. Like, cause I have a pay degree in accounting, but it was just like basic. I didn't really care at the time. I was a young kid that it was like Jonah working at NASA. You didn't care at the time. You was there, so it was kind of like that. I was there. I didn't care.
Right.
But now that I'm here, and it's like, God damn, I know the debits and credits. And what's funny, my teacher actually, she was a boss accountant. And I asked her, like, why did you downgrade to being a teacher? And she said, they were crooks. I didn't like them. What I found out funny is some people get so much patriot shit wrapped up in their ass, they think it's like bad to pay taxes.
Right.
And I was like, damn. But at the time I was hearing it, I was like, damn, I understand.
I would never downgrade my money. And when they say she says they were crooks, what do you mean? You're just doing their accounting. What the fuck you mean? They ain't telling you they shot a nigga for this money.
Exactly.
They ain't tell them that.
At the time I did.
The numbers don't show that. To me,
the next man.
To me, it sounds like she was a patriot of the corporation of America. And since they were getting away with not paying taxes, she's found them to be crooks. I'm not a damn crook because I don't want to pay. Listen, there's no one in America who doesn't pay taxes. Because unless you're walking around with your tax exempt card and you use it everywhere, you're paying taxes. I got a tax exempt card. I don't use it that much. I use it for big purchases. You know what I mean? So I pay taxes. I pay 8 cents on every dollar. But I ain't paying no more than that.
Right. OG, when I caught it, I found out that, like, it's sucker sugar. Like, they bred your mind to think patriotism to give up all your money. Man, and that's the biggest sucker shit ever.
And then what I don't like is how, all these niggas that's into this information. Oh, there is no real money. Oh, fiat money, this, that, this, and the other. Man, fuck y'all with that bullshit. Spare me with that bullshit. Check this out.
Dude.
I love having this fiat. I love having the option of trading this in to go get gold and silver, real money. And I do all the time. If you don't have real money, that's your problem. See, because America always had it this way. When America began, it was that way. They had greenbacks. You trade your greenbacks in for the coins. The coins are the money. But people didn't carry the coins because it was too heavy. That's the same thing today. The Federal Reserve notes are light, easy to exchange. But when you want real money, you just go and buy yourself some real gold and silver. Get off the bullshit.
It was a meat.
Get off the bullshit.
You called it perfect. It's a medium of exchange. It was
it's a medium of exchange.
You got apples and oranges. Like, I ain't gonna walk around with a bunch of oranges in my
right
bag.
Here.
Like, okay,
real gold and silver. Real gold and silver. I'm showing y'all on the screen. Real gold and silver. But it took this. It took this to get this. It takes this to get this. You can't even buy nothing with this gold and silver. You can't buy nothing with gold and silver, bro. They don't use it as a medium of exchange. You can't buy nothing with it. You use it to preserve your wealth. You preserve your wealth by it being in the express trust. All right?
True.
Now, if you don't have no money, it's your fault. You never traded in the Federal Reserve notes, note for note, to go get real money. So you're actually a debtor. And let me tell you that. If you don't have gold and silver, you are a debtor. You're a pauper. In case y'all didn't know.
And I'm gonna spit the words out of the pauper is on the begging on the street, sir. But real shot though, man. But don't front on all like that. We're regular humans, man.
Yo, bro. When I first got my silver, I went down to it was a dealer that deals in, baseball cards and all that. I went in there with $150 and bought 3 silver coins, bro.
Peace.
Each week.
You gave us a lot of game on.
Each week, I used to go there each week and buy 3 pieces of silver. Because I was trying to get up to 21 pieces of silver. And I did. Like you said, we said earlier, I progressed. None of this shit is overnight. None of it's overnight. It's progression.
Seen it. It do. And
the first real estate property that I bought, real estate property for renting out and stuff, I bought. I wanted a BMW 5 Series and I wanted the property. I didn't have money for both. So what I did was I bought the BMW cash. Then I went in about a week and took a cash loan out on the BMW because I owned it and went and got the property. I figured out how to do them both. Now, that was the most lucrative property I ever owned. I owned it cash. That means every time I collected rent, it was just straight cash in my pocket. So now I've learned, I try to do the deal good in the beginning where I can own the property instead of getting money from a bank and getting the property because you don't make no money. The bank makes all the money. The bank is the owner of the property. I've learned, I progressed. And that's all I'm saying to y'all is it would be far easier for y'all to be banks for yourselves than anyone else. That means mad investors. You get 10 people to go into the first rental property and boom, y'all share the profit and get a second one, third one, all the way up to 10. Then y'all can split apart. Y'all can end the trust if y'all want to. Because now all 10 of y'all got a piece of property. Y'all can start that next month. But y'all got to be willing to trust each other. And I say you can trust a person as good as you can write your contract. Your contract for the trust. That's how well you can trust them.
Keyword is trust. Yes. Hey, G, you ain't said, hey, man. And I'm sorry, y'all. I want to keep chewing up the clock, but literally, I deal in that. So when I do real estate, they have a straw man in the damn contract. Straw man is literally in the contract. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna shoot it to you. I felt like this dude already know this shit. I felt like
but you know what?
Again, damn,
I like it. I like it when y'all send me stuff because I see y'all studying. You know what I mean?
Dude, it literally
I appreciate it.
Straw man in the contract.
Yeah.
In the housing contract. And you told us in 2014, go put your shit in the mortgage area.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, this shit came back full circle on me and killed me. I was like, damn. It literally saying straw man?
It literally does. Can't make this shit up. Wonderful talking to you, brother. You eating up mad time. It's only 15 minutes left. They're going to kick my ass and yours too. Peace, God.
Peace, Lord.
Says, peace, Jonah Bay Radio, Jonah Bay. The Administrative Procedure Act that you started going over with Dave, actually, went over it a long time ago because I had it bookmarked over a year plus. So I know it's in the archives. All right. You're correct. You're correct. You're absolutely correct. You got to remember, I started way before Dave, right? So now, but what I appreciate about Dave is he's giving it to you a little different. He says it differently than me. It's the same stuff, but it's not the same. And then for the newbie, y'all, the newbie ain't heard me teach that. You have, because you've been around, right? Now, and even Dave has learned stuff from me, right? So, but I'm like this. The brother can teach it. I'm going to let him teach it. And he does a damn good job. But also, since we're all now older, wiser, new information, we have streamlined it, made it better, made it more direct and to the point. Right? So now I would have to say for you, you don't need to be on that webinar if you already got the info. For the newbies, they need to be on it. For the people in between, they might need to be on it to get more clarity. Me, myself, even though I know stuff, I get a deeper sense of well-being from hearing it from someone else, even if I already know it. So I try to learn as much as I can from everybody, if they're on the same page. Because, the saying is, if I show me your friends and I'll show you your future. So I don't hang out with bullshit people. And that's where you could call me bougie. But yeah, it's the same lesson. A little different. He's teaching it different. He's a different person. And even I'm a different person from even a year ago. All right? So enjoy. Now I'll open up the call line to another call. I'm going to 310-403. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace, Jonah.
Peace. How you doing?
Yeah. Peace. I'm wonderful, magnificent, and great. So thankful for these large sums of money that keep falling in my pocket.
No doubt. Me too. I'm glad when the money come to me too. Shitting me. I like to make money every day. That's why I do my affirmations every day. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's my prayer.
Amen.
My prayer is for good health and money every day, or Federal Reserve notes so I can then go buy money.
It is. However you got to do it.
Facts.
Yep. Yeah. And just to speak on what you were just talking about with the administrative process, what I've learned throughout my time working, 9 to 5 and stuff like that, even if somebody is more experienced, you might be able to learn something from somebody that's actively, currently doing it in the field, because it's fresher on their brain. They might be able to tell you little nuances that somebody else might have forgot. There's all kind of reasons to listen to somebody like that. There's getting that many kids freed up.
Right.
Yeah, man. So real quick, one question I have for you is these trust numbers and everything. When we get into trust within the trust, because those are getting 8832 over to the 98. Do we still need to set everything up for those? Like they still need their own declaration registered?
Absolutely. See,
everything we did for the trust.
What I want y'all to think of these trusts is the trust. The 9(8) trust would be the United States government, right? It's the same for you. Then the trust that I tell you to get on the EIN online would be the states, right? And they're all separate entities, but they all work together, just like your government.
Got it. Yeah, that's about. And then one other one I have for you real quick. My trust is filed down in Georgia. in Georgia, I know when you do the non-UCC there on the county level, it goes in there. But when you do the UCC one, I was researching. It looks like you still do the UCC one at the county level too, or do you?
Oh yeah, it's not a UCC one. What's happening is you're doing a non-UCC. The non-UCC is done at the county. The UCC is done at the state. That's where you tell everyone who your trust is, an introduction to your trust, what they own, and don't mess with its property, or you're gonna get sued, and you're gonna get sued in chancery court.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying down there. When I was looking into it, it seemed like even for the UCC one at the state level, it seemed like they still wanted you to file that at the county too. But that's not right.
That's all right. Like that's a better. That's a better one. But nah. What state are you talking about?
In Georgia.
Nah, Georgia. We file it online when we want to do it for the Secretary of State.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I was looking for an address. Okay, gotcha.
Well, I know the address. The address is right downtown. It's near that gold dome. It's almost near the college. I know exactly where the office is. I go in there when I'm filing. It's the same office that you file your LLC. So you can look up where to file LLCs, and you go right to that office and do it. You can do
okay.
You can do that right there. So. Like I said, experience is a motherfucker. When you experience it, you know exactly what you're doing. You're not thinking.
Right. You got it. It's muscle memory. Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, peace, God. Man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. All right. Peace.
All right, I'm getting to a next caller, 610-427. I'm trying to look at some questions they had on Facebook and try to get one or two questions answered on Facebook. What up, bro? How you?
I'm doing great, my brother. How you doing, my brother? I'm doing wonderful, magnificent, and great, actually. Peace to you.
Peace to me and you, brother.
No doubt. I'm so happy and grateful that large sums of money and perfect health and that freedom flows to us ASAP, quickly and easily, too.
Ashe. So what you got on this subject tonight?
Jonah, man, I've been laying in the background for like for a minute now, Joe. My questions is just piling up. So I think I'm ready for my next.
Well, give it to me.
They running into each other.
Like Rick James. Rick James, give it to me. Man. Give it to me. What you say? Give it to me. What you say? Give it to me.
Well, I don't think I can ask certain ones because they deep questions.
I would answer, or I would tell you, we gotta do that offline. So whatever you want to ask, it's all good.
All right, no doubt. I'm gonna start. I got two questions right here ready for you. All right. The one is kind of simple. It's on the second webinar, the second Trump webinar doing non-UCC.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on that, I just listed my collateral on there, space 4. It seems like you just listed them because, everything was done on the minutes and the declaration of trust when it was filed. Right. So
now you're just doing that like to have you do that to have the trust express itself, right? But in Georgia, the actual county says they don't want your property list no more. They're not putting it on the record or anything. They said keep that private, right? So what you have to remember is when it comes to trust and trust property, the only way for the trust to own the property is the actual titles must be in the trust name.
Right. Okay.
And that's what the UCC tells you. If you go to UCC, my favorite one, 9-311, it tells you that.
Right in 311. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to go study that tonight. Make sure I look at that.
That's the one that tells you that it does not work if another law or statute is connected to the thing that you're trying to secure. That's the one that says the UCC doesn't work.
Okay.
On
So
a birth
now,
certificate.
due to that. And then, okay, so my next question was, so it seems like now we do a second trust non-UCC for the promissory note. So that'd be the second.
Not the actual promissory note, the one that you got for the promissory note. You give the promissory note to your express trust. It's the same name that you did the promissory note in, and that allows your trust to own everything of the straw man, and no one else can get paid but your trust. They can't get no money out of your straw man. It protects the shit out of you. You know what I mean? The fucking trust, the fucking straw man owns the trust $9 billion in a man. Someone did their promissory note that I taught in my webinar, right? He normally is used to filing stuff online with his UCCs, right? He tried to do it online. They was like, nah, you got to come in person. They need him to sign paperwork when he comes in. Because it is a real instrument. It could be monetized and all that. Please don't monetize that they're going to.
No, don't do not.
Because you're actually selling your straw man into slavery, which is going to make you a slave again. Don't sell it to no one. You see what I'm saying? But that's what they wanted him to do. They needed him to register because they're going to register that promissory note will be registered by the county at the director of commerce, the comptroller, at the comptroller. You see what I'm saying? I know what I'm doing. It's certain aspects I haven't taught yet because I'm still waiting for everything.
Yes,
but it's a real instrument. No one has ever taught y'all how to do it this way, and it's the proper way.
That's right. So let's take our time. Yeah, I'm waiting. It feels like you're doing that, Jonah. It feels like you're doing that. They're like, and I'm right there. I'm right there waiting for you. But I just had them little questions, man, that I didn't want to do nothing in case I got it. So I'm gonna schedule the consultation.
Okay.
And then may I send you my documents so you could just look them over?
Absolutely.
So that, like, when
I
we
prefer
do the
that shit.
like you straight.
I prefer that shit.
Okay.
For sure.
No doubt, God. I'm gonna go on tomorrow, man. Shoot. Peace too. Thank you for everything.
Mm-hmm. No problem. Peace, God. Now, gold is going for $58,000 per kilo. See, y'all niggas don't know about kilos unless y'all was selling drugs back in the days like me. And silver per kilo is $8.86. Now, let me tell you something. When the price of gold is high, and you know it, what you want to do is sell your gold. Sell your gold and then go buy silver. Convert it into silver. Right? So what happens is you're going to get more silver than you would normally get because the gold price was high.
90 seconds.
So then after that, you're going to take the silver when the silver is high and you're going to buy gold. When you convert it back, you're going to end up, let's say you were messing with one coin. When you convert it back, you'll have two coins. That's how you trade gold and silver amongst yourself and makes profit. All right? Just to let y'all know. Wonderful talking to y'all today. That's our show for today. We got an upcoming webinar coming.
60 seconds.
On the 30th, Save the Nation. We're going to show you how to operate and control the Republic's legislator and government to get what you want. For more information, go to jonahbay.com. The tickets is $200. Go to jonahbay.com to buy your tickets. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all next week. Peace to the gods. We out of here.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.